What's up, family? This is your brother Sean coming again with another recording. I'll give you my disclaimer. I don't claim to be a teacher, preacher, uh, scholar, smart man, dumb man. None of it. Just your brother. Just your brother. I'm gonna do a little reading. I'm gonna talk a little bit. It's not gonna be long at all. There's certain things that I like to bring to the screen as I get some kind of information on it. Um, so there's no gimmicks here. I don't have any gimmicks. I don't have any. I don't have a motive behind anything other than trying to share um, information with people that are looking to continue to grow and develop here. Speaking which this is about. This is about mind versus brain. They're not the same, family. The mind and the brain are not the same. I didn't know that all this time. I didn't know that. I've been going on, just repeating stuff that I learned growing up. But they're not the same, family. It's just like soul and spirit is not the same. As a matter of fact, I got here something I'm gonna read, um, and then what you can do is you can take the information and go do your own studies. You know what I mean? Do your own search and find. You did. That's where I'm at. Um, so the mind and the brain, they are related but not the same thing. The brain is physical hardware. It's an organ. 3 pounds of electric jelly sitting in your skull running on oxygen, blood flow, glucose, minerals, and electrical signals. You can scan it, weigh it, operate on it, injure it, see chemical changes inside of it. So, if the brain is damaged, speech changes. That's right. Memory changes, personality changes, and that tells us something important. The brain is the biological control center. Think neurons and synapses and dopamine and electrical impulses, and nervous system regulation. Brain equals biology. The mind is experience. You cannot put the mind on a table because the mind is thoughts, awareness, imagination, interpretation, inner voice, memory as lived, and meaning that it is what it feels like to be me or you. That's what the mind is. Pretty much um, as the soul is. Scientists sometimes call it consciousness or mental process. But mind equals process arising from the brain. Simple analogy, brain equals the radio hardware. And mind equals the music playing. That's how you can see what I'm talking about in plain understanding or overstanding. Let me say it again. The brain equals the radio hardware, and the mind equals the music that's playing through that hardware. Say damage the radio, and the music becomes distorted. But the music itself isn't made of metal and screws. So when people get philosophical, some traditions say mind comes from the brain, while others say the brain receives mind like an antenna. Others say mind is emergent property of complex biology, but no one on earth has fully solved that mystery yet. We experience both every day. When we breathe slowly and calm ourselves, our brain chemistry changes. which changes our mind state. It's two sides of one living system. So, yes, brain and mind are connected, but they are not identical. They're not the same. And which brings me to another thing that made me start questioning, because I've done a little video on soul and spirit and body and stuff like this here, but let's go here. Mind, brain, spirit, soul, are they the same? Close, but not exactly the same. Humans have been trying to label the inner experience for thousands of years, and we ended up with several words pointing at overlapping territory. Let's separate them without turning it into religious fog. Mind is what you do internally. It includes thinking and remembering and imagining and deciding and dreaming, interpreting reality. The mind changes constantly. You wake up tired, different mind. You hear music, different mind. You learn something, mind reshapes itself. So mind equals activity. It's dynamic, moving, and adjustable. Now, the spirit, the word for spirit across cultures literally means breath. In Hebrew, it's called ruach, meaning breath or wind. Greek, pneuma equals breath. In Latin, spiritus equals breath. So no breath equals no animation of the body. Spirit equals life force or animation. It's not something that jumps around and goes inside of people and make you act crazy or start foaming at the mouth or start catching the shakes or having the Holy Ghost, as people like to say. That's something that we would, again, it was embedded in us, man. A lot of things we've been programmed, a lot of bad stuff, man. Misinformed about things, shall I say. We've been misinformed, family. Soul. Now this is a tricky one. The soul is usually used to describe the sense of enduring self, not thoughts, not breath, but the feeling of I am the one experiencing this life. Many traditions describe soul as identity beneath changing thoughts, continuity of self, or the observer behind the mind. So soul equals the experience. Simple comparison aspect of what it is. Brain is a physical organ. Mind is thoughts and awareness activity. Spirit is breath slash life energy, and soul is sense of enduring self. And why people mix them up? Because from the inside they feel fused. You don't experience them separately. You experience one unified me or you, shall I say. That's what happens. It's experience. So cultures use different words trying to describe different layers of the same mystery. And here's the part I'll say carefully. Nobody alive has scientifically proven what happens to the soul after death, and anyone claiming absolute certainty is speaking from just belief or philosophy or faith and not measurement. Nobody has proof of anything, not for real. So everybody that love to come with all of this, listen to me. Listen to me. That kind of mindset, man, hey man, I'm one of these dudes, man. I like to hear the information. I know how to decipher between what works for me and what doesn't. Now, This young man once said, he said, just because I don't take it right now doesn't mean I throw it in the garbage can. I just put it on the shelf until I can use it later, if it becomes usable. But I never take the information and just throw it in the garbage can. It's the same as why burn bridges that you got to cross again? Because this is what food as humans are doing today. They burn bridges that they have to cross again. And that's just straight up, man. Um, I talk with people pretty much every day, man, and it's amazing. It's amazing to see how messed up we are out here. We're messed up, family, and I'm just gonna tell you straight up. I do not believe in anything outside of me. None of it. Now, I used to roll with the, the higher power and the most high and all of these titles. And that's fine if that works for you, family. But for me, it's deeper for me. I will choose to call it the creator because the creator is what it is. The creator is the one that created, not titled as a man nor a woman. But I believe, personally, I believe that it's got something to do with both masculine and feminine. So, you know, it's just me, family. You do your own thing, or some people like to just go with the flow through life and not know nothing, not even realizing that there is something else happening after this. Yeah, not even realize that this is all purposed. Us being here for some reason, we're here, and why we're here, that's for you to figure out. You got to figure out, why am I here? That's where I'm at. I'm on it big time because um, if I keep going with the flow, I'm always sick and in their system, in their hospitals and their doctors, and taking multiple pills and things. So I can't just go with the flow. I have to. I have to start asking lots of questions. That's what goes on with me. So I hope, you know, that this little message here um, is beneficial to your everyday walk. I know I come back and I watch my own stuff because, again, there's no gimmicks, no special props, no side effects, no none of that stuff. I'm not the best when it comes to being on camera, speaking like I'm some professional damn um, uh, spokesman, cause I'm not. I'm just a man, just here sitting here with with the mind of questioning, question, question, question. Just like it say, everything um, that goes on with the mind changes every day, every minute, every second. That minds do. I know that. I don't know about you. Maybe you are something else. I don't know. But I see the most with my mind than I do with my actual eyes, family. I say this, and I try to continue to make mention of that particular truth because that's a fact. I see so much going on in my mind. I can go way back in my mind to some things, to events when I was younger or when I had, before all of what's going on today was going on. I got this here that I can go back and travel in and be in my happy space, that don't mean nothing wrong with no individual. That mean family. That mean I am being me. You dig? I'm being a better me today because I don't get caught up in all the fog, man. I don't. I used to get into it. I used to get caught dead into it, just like those little glue traps that people set out for the mouse. You ever got your hand stuck on one of them things, man, and try to get that damn glue off of you, man? It's you gonna go through some situations trying to get all of that stuff off your hands, man. If you put your hand incidentally on one of them the mouse glue traps. Um, so yeah, I like the fact that I was able to go through multiple things in my life. I've been through drugs, family. I'm talking about I used to lace weed and smoke it and get high off of it and then be like buck eyed and mind crazy. I was destroying myself at an early age. So to date, it's been about 37, 38 years. It's been a nice little run for me to where I haven't been on no drugs. But I can tell you this. I never forget to remember the experiences that I went through. The time when people treated me as though I wasn't even a human, or the time such as today, man. I make comparisons with what I got in here from back in my past to what's going on today. And I still run across individuals that are stuck as hell back there. And they still live and behave as though they still in the 80s and 90s, man. Or the early 2000s, shall I say. Because a lot of folks, man, is I don't know, man. A lot of people are getting older and by the numbers, an age number, but they're not getting anything here. They're not developing right. I don't know if I don't know a lot of things. I know what I know, and I know that I see a lot of gray-haired men and women. I see a lot of brothers with big ass beards and everything, gray as hell, and they don't have a clue about a whole lot of nothing. They don't. They know how to talk slick. They know how to finesse everything. But when it come down to actually living the way they speak, totally not the same. This here what you see is what you gonna get with me. And I'm telling you the real deal. This is not no rehearsed brother sitting here. I'm not rehearsed. I prepare myself when I hit record on here, but as far as me doing this for a gimmick or gaining something monetary or something, this not that. Not with me, fam. I got other ways of managing my life. This here is something that I desire to do as a part of my purpose. My purpose is to try to awake as many as will hear how to come up out of this thing, man. Um, because a lot of people they don't pay attention to what's actually going on. I seen the video, man, on the YouTube, right? I seen the video over in China, man. They got robots, and I'm talking about these robots are behaving as human beings. I mean, well, as human, because I done learned human and human beings are two different words. There's something else I learned. Human beings. I used to go around here, I'm a human being. Hey man, them two different words, two different meanings. I got a video up on this YouTube that Again, a lot of people, they don't sit and press play and just let it roll and see what you can get out the letter. People just assume right in the gate, this nigga don't know what he talking about. But yes, I do. I know what I know. And you, my boy, homegirl, you don't know what I know. And I definitely do not know what it is you know. But that's, again, what this means. Iron sharpens iron. We're supposed to be able to come together and sharpen each other up so we can complete this thing of why we're here. Get to the bottom of this thing. We will never reach the bottom of this thing. The most people gonna reach is the end of, they're gonna expire. They're gonna transition and they're gonna end up, I don't know. My belief for now, right now, I believe that the soul is endless. It never ceases to exist. So once you get out of this flesh uh, vessel, the soul only returns back into this realm under the guise of something else. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a bird or an animal or a plant. I do not know. All I know is that the soul never ceases to exist. That's my belief. That's why I don't handle transitioning the way I used to. I used to, man, always be sad and weeping all the time about, and I do to this day. See, because I'm human. I'm in this emotional flesh. Um, but I think about people that I used to once was able to have physical conversation with. Now I find myself just speaking out to the soul. That's all I got. It would be nice to have your peoples to start communicating in the comment. Talk to me. Let me know you actually listening. Are you with me? Cause hey, again, if you are a skimmer, you like to skim through people's stuff, man. You missing the bigger part of everything. That's just my take on it. But that's all I got. That's all I wanted to have on this here. I got other things to do, um, so I'm going to get to doing it right now. It's like 3:20. Oh, it ain't no doggone 3:20. What time is it for real? I'm tripping. It's almost 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm in Chicago, right? And here's something else before I close. Because we was all programmed the same way, family. They give us news, NEWS, the news. And the news is north, east, west, and south. That's my understanding of it. So when they got you sold up from north, east, west, and south, it's easier to program you, train you. Bigger, it's a bigger platform to indoctrinate everybody at one good time. And they got them coming on in time slots. 4 p.m. World News, 4:30 all the way till about 7 o'clock. You got Chicago local news, and they gonna keep on repeating the same stuff over and over and over. My reason for mentioning that is because that's something else that's supposed to be like a spark. Just spark, you get your mind going, provoke your thoughts. Um, but like I said, it's 3:51 now. It's still night to me. I'm still in Wednesday night. It's I know it says 3:51 a.m. But I think the next thing I'm gonna do. Hold on, let me get this because I got it. Let me pull it up real quick about this AM and PM. Hold on 1 second, fam. I'll be right back. All right, here I go. I had to go to my resource real quick, and I had to ask it to break down um, AM and PM between the two, right? Just so I won't be talking out of my own mind because again, I am on the verge of learning. I am outside the box. Okay, that box that we always put in when we was born into this realm, I'm out of that box. This is what it says. It says humanity invented clocks, right? Then invented confusion about clocks. And it says AM and PM. These come from Latin because ancient Romans refused to make anything simple. So AM equals ante meridium. AM means ante meridium, and it's spelled ANTEMERIDIEM. Ante meridium, meaning before midday, before the sun reaches its highest point in the sky. So 12 a.m. equals midnight, the start of a new day. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 6 a.m., 11:59 a.m. All morning hours belong to a.m. Think night, sunrise, morning equals a.m. So p.m. equals post meridium, meaning after midday, after the sun passes its highest point. So 12 p.m. equals noon, 1 p.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., 11:59 p.m. All afternoon, evening, and night hours belonging to p.m. Think afternoon and evening, and night equals p.m. So the two that confuse everybody is 12 a.m. equals midnight, start of the day, and 12 p.m. equals noon, middle of the day. Yes, it feels backward. Every human secretly checks twice. An easy memory trick. After morning, AM can mean after morning, and PM can mean past midday, afternoon, night side, or whatever. So, my whole point um, to get all of that is I split it in 12 and 12, period. According to daylight and darkness, you know what I mean? And it's dark still outside at 3:57 a.m. And it is literally going to be a day when the light kicks back in. That's just me, family. So when I be addressing people and they say, "So what you got going on this morning?" and I tell them it's still night to me, you know. Well, I'm gonna tell you this now. What I'm learning how to do is don't say nothing. I'm not gonna be trying to correct people on that. I'm really not because that's that. Everybody responsible for their damn self. You know what I mean? That's real talk. I have no business coming in telling people about no damn words or nothing. But guess what? Seeing that in my human mind, I found it to be my duty to do so. So I decided I just put him here on these videos. But when it come down to me dealing with people in the flesh, like in real time, in person, I'm not gonna be correcting people from what they deal with, how they deal with things, or tell them what this don't mean and that. Man, all this stuff come from the same system, man. Everything. So right now, we need each other to come out of this poop hole we are in. I'm telling you, we need each other. If we don't have each other, we can't get along with each other and can't rely on each other to sharpen each other up, we are doomed, family. Doomed. And that's pretty much it, man. That's all I got. That's all I care to have right now on this one here. Shalom. From my understanding, that means peace. Ashe. That means let it be. It shall be. Let it be done. That's a way of saying amen. You go and enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully you have a great day. Whichever time zone you in, whichever portal we living in. Crazy stuff. Out of here.